Hello and welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for February 24th, 2018. Today on the newscast we're talking Reboot, Whedon exiting Batgirl, Sony cancels some Spider-Man films, and Paladin removes loot boxes. Stay tuned for all that and more. Hello everybody and welcome. It is live. It is February 24th. I wrote it down here too.
There we go.
I may have forgot to write it on one board, but I got it somewhere. I am Nick.
I'm Chris.
I'm Brian.
And we're missing Tony because he's Pokemon communitying.
Yeah.
Catching Dratinis, I believe.
Oh yeah, Dratini's everywhere, right?
Yeah, who don't want to mess your books up.
I gotta move all my stuff to the front now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chris is taking claim to the space. There you go. Either way, welcome to the newscast where we talk about news in movies and games and other nerd culture that has happened over the last week.
Mm-hmm.
First up, I blame Tony for this.
Maybe possible future mess of 2018?
It could be. I was not expecting this one.
I wasn't expecting this one.
I didn't believe it.
No, so Reboot, we knew was getting a reboot. The original show. They announced it a while ago that someone was working on a new show. And it was like, all right, so are we getting season 5 of Reboot? Are we getting a whole new reboot?
Yeah.
What's happening? Yeah, what's happening with the reboot?
Yeah.
We now know what's happening with Reboot.
And we're not happy.
And we're not happy.
I forgot even what the subtitle is at this point. Something Guardians
Of the Code?
Oh, yeah.
Guardians of the
Guardians
Code.
of the Code.
Yes.
Something like that.
Either way, it is real life people that
Become Guardians.
somehow find their way into the computer system, and they have to become Guardians, which makes no sense and flies against everything Reboot ever was, because the whole point to Guardians was that they stopped the user from winning games.
Yeah.
Well, they are the
To
users
save
now.
the
Right. The
little characters inside
to
the
help
computer.
with this. Reboot never made sense anyways.
No.
Because if you thought about it, every time you win a game, you destroy part of your CPU.
Yeah.
You break it down slowly.
You're slowly breaking down your computer.
Maybe that's why they get slower every day.
I never win games, so I don't know why that's happening. So that was the essential thing, and then the Guardian was there to protect the system.
Yeah.
And protect the sprites.
And protect the sprites by beating the user at games. The users become the Guardian, nothing makes sense anymore, because it's like, oh, we have to stop Megabyte, who does not sound like Megabyte.
Nor does he look like Megabyte.
Well, he kind of did.
The face is there, and I get the body changing, because his body did change over time.
I guess.
He's a virus, he
He's a
evolves.
virus, he evolves.
But, and I understand Tony J has passed,
Yeah.
the original voice actor.
Yeah.
But there are still a lot of voice actors out there that can do a, deep,
A deep,
big-
yeah.
yes.
megabyte voice. Like, he's essentially Megatron, so don't even try me out. Like, it's just, you know,
Yeah.
curse you. Like, you just go for it, but not with that voice that he had. Plus the fact that he's now controlled by someone on the outside.
Yeah.
Well, they
He doesn't have a mind of his
implemented
own.
him, so they could have just sent him.
Oh, no, it's the whole line is, I own you, and Megabyte's all
Well,
like...
it could be one of those...
And I'm hoping
I
Megabyte just
could
goes
take you
like...
out.
Fa-chink! You know?
I put you in, I can take you out type attitude.
Yeah.
But Megabyte will still have control of what he does.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues to this show.
A little bit.
The CGI also looks very subpar.
Yep.
Well,
so far, at least with the
when it
trailer.
looks worse than the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And you go-
very subpar CGI.
The original's
graphic.
what, 20 years old at this point?
Yes, something like that. Maybe even.
Your CGI should have gotten better at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is coming out on
Netflix. Produced by
I might
Netflix.
just watch it to make it my biggest disappointment of 2018.
I will give it 5 minutes just so I can say that it was, yep.
I will watch the entire... Is it a show or is it a movie?
It's a show. They're making this is a series.
It might be a little tougher then.
This is a series.
I might fall asleep
Yeah.
to it.
And as far as we know with the trailer, there's no Dot, there's no
Not
Enzo,
yet.
there's no Bob that's coming out.
But it's a
initially.
different. You can consider it a different CPU though.
And that
So you
Yeah,
might
so
not
they
have
have
the same
different-
people.
and that's where I'm
Maybe
going.
Bob because he's a
he travels.
guardian.
the-
He comes in.
Travels the web.
He's like the antivirus.
That is their only saving grace, is if Bob
If
shows
Bob
up
shows up.
and makes everything go away.
As a hero.
Well, and then the other part is obviously part of the computer that's supposed to guide them comes into the real world. I like the real world part is what's crushing me.
I don't want it to be real world. I want it to be
Yeah.
in the CPU.
The most real world I ever thought Reboot could actually handle, and in my brain it was
VR?
no. Legitimately, like you see, you know how they always did Claw in Inspector Gadget.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Always from behind.
Yeah.
You pull that, you have a nondescript
yeah.
shape of someone at a computer, and
Someone who's terrible at games.
and backlit, so it's just like it's a shadow.
yeah.
There's the screen, and they're just like booting up Windows or whatever,
Yeah.
or whatever brand of thing you want to use.
Whoever pays the most.
And at this point, that's exactly what
Yeah.
it is. It's not like you can make your own brand anymore. It's like, wow, like Windows pops up kind of thing, or Apple pops up, and it's just like,
Or
huh.
have a mix of them.
But that's it. And then all of a sudden, it like zooms in at the screen, and
That's and then reboot.
that's the only part that should have ever been human.
Yeah.
Because then it go like incoming game, and you go like,
Yeah.
oh snap!
They're finally playing
What's
the
it gonna
game.
do this time?
That was the most exciting part of the show. Is like incoming game. You're like, what's gonna happen?
And then they have to race to the portal.
Yeah,
They're like,
so
oh
that
no,
they
we
can
might
get
not
in.
make it. And you're like, yeah, because that'd be a show.
Well, then it destroys that section of the computer.
Yeah.
I know. Which again makes no sense. I play games to destroy my CPU. Thank you.
Why not?
My motherboard just casually like every time you win something. You beat the
Just one
story
day.
mode.
Just one day.
Yeah. Well, then they do that, but it would just be funny.
Maybe that's why I stopped winning games.
Again, I don't win that often, so
You
it would just be
enough.
funny. Like I have the clear side to the computer. It'd be hilarious to just watch like
You
my motherboard slowly go over.
What's going on?
Every time I win a fight in this game, why does my computer explode?
And it's also smaller games too. You go nowadays where the games are bigger.
Yeah, how does it even track an MMO? See? Reboot in an MMO. He launches an MMO. What the
VR.
hell is Bob supposed to do?
VR.
Bob's all of a sudden like,
Am I on the user's side?
there's
Am
a
I
bunch
part
of
the
guardians
alliance,
just like,
or-
we don't know what to do. Are we the raid boss?
Or are we
You
the
have to reboot to
NPC
find
that
out.
gives the quest?
Well, and in this day and age, there is so much opportunity for even like you almost mentioned product placement. He ends up inside World of Warcraft, Battlefield, Battlefront.
Yeah.
Like you want Battlefront to kill, all of a sudden Bob hits a button and turns into like Luke Skywalker, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
he beats you up.
what? And then it's there's a Darth Vader Luke Skywalker fight in Reboot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're just like,
Like, even if they just partnered with Disney, they could have access to Star Wars. Well, it's all that stuff now because they own Fox.
I would just sign small deals with different video game companies and.
You could do a lot of
And do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like every week, and every once in a while, you throw in a random game that's nondescript, or again, you just go nondescript with them. Like Dark Souls
Oh,
is
yeah.
Dark Souls. Like
Yeah.
And see, that would be the perfect.
correct.
Yeah.
They beat you.
See, but that's how they did in the original show, too. They played games that looked like similar games, but they never said it was that game.
Yeah.
Right.
Which was
Racing games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a kart racer.
something that was like
Yeah.
definitely like Pokemon,
Yeah.
but not.
Or like back then, it was the 3D side scroller, so you saw the weird little creature. And
Yeah.
that had to be the big boss that
Yeah.
tried to. Yeah, but it's. I'm just like I don't know how you screw Reboot up. It's a very simple
they did.
formula. And so
It'll be
I love the
canceled right
hashtag that's out there. It's not my not my
not my
Reboot.
reboot.
It'll be taken off quickly.
Well, I don't think this one lasts.
I don't think it'll continue.
Because Reboot to me is a series that is very. You're going for that nostalgic piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they're like targeting the kids, like, because that's what it looks like to me. Is like it looks more like a
Yeah,
kids
are they?
thing. And so I'm like, why are you targeting that generation when you should be targeting
They're
our
talking,
generation?
I would say they're almost talking mid. Because I think for kids, it'd be way over their head about hackers and
Not in this day and age, because kids don't know. Well,
Kids
kids
don't
know
know.
what hacker. Well, they don't know what hackers are.
Well, they do, and they joke about
If
it.
their account gets hacked, they think they've been hacked. They don't think that, oh, I shouldn't have given that guy my password.
Oops.
Yeah. Or I shouldn't have made my password, you know.
I don't know. I'd say it's teens, maybe.
Maybe teens.
But then
They
this
still
isn't a
should be
teen show.
targeting our generation, like
Aim
the
for
30-year-olds.
Aim for us, but make a good show that you can watch with your kids.
Yeah.
Because that's what's happened. Like that's what they've noticed with this uptrend in all of this stuff coming.
Nostalgia.
Is our generation having kids, and the few that are older than us are like, oh, we have to watch this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this is, I watched Ninja Turtles, you'll watch some Ninja Turtles. Like, this is our thing now. On
Yeah.
Saturday mornings, we'll watch Ninja Turtles.
These old Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Compared to the new ones.
But even the new Nickelodeon stuff was pretty good.
Yeah, the new.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing is you sit there going like that's what you aim for. This one it's like, oh, I watched Reboot. You know, Dad turns on Reboot going,
What?
and the kid's like, this is no. Block on Netflix. Parental controls. You shall not watch this show.
It's a disgrace.
Yeah, like that was bad.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't mind Megatron's look. It was his voice that crushed me. Because you can find people that
Well,
can do that.
you could
voice.
always change the voice post production.
And you can, but I
Yeah.
don't think. Well, at this point, they have to change 90% of that show.
Megabyte will fail, and then it comes.
Hexadecimal.
Yes. Because the hacker will not be stopped.
That drives me nuts. I just
They'll
want-
have
I
a
want
sequel, then
Bob.
they'll have season 2, and then Hexadecimal comes
Yeah.
in.
I just want Bob and Dot and
And
Enzo.
so. What was it?
But like I said, I don't think you. The only one I could see is Bob coming back.
I know.
Or Enzo, because he became a guardian too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
So you could. And whatever his girlfriend is.
I don't know. That show got really confusing when they hit the internet.
I can't remember. It started with an A, I think.
She was some sort of like aqua, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was
She was-
from a game, and Enzo pulled her out.
Yeah, he gave her a.
Yeah.
Or he copied his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He copied and pasted his reboot symbol. Like, that was the best part of that show is, like, what ludicrous thing can they come up with this week? Like, even at the end of that season where they were going to lose that one game, and they're like, ohs, noes, like, we're going to lose. We're going to be deleted. And it's like, not on my watch. And all of a sudden, the thing
changed
flips around, and I'm like, what?
It was actually really sad though, because he had to like do it to his dog too,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're like, "We're gonna go with the game."
Yep.
Yeah, I could see those three coming back.
Sure.
Bob, Enzo, and
The girl.
her, whatever her
Yeah,
name is.
with
Their
the
dog.
trident. and
Yeah.
I
whatnot.
swear his dog's
Aqua girl.
name started with an F. What is his dog's name?
Bit,
Fred.
Bite, Fred.
It's a computer.
Yeah, it's all, they're all computer
Fred.
jokes.
I could be wrong. I'm gonna
Bit,
Google it.
bite.
Researching.
Bruno.
It's not gonna say unless you're researching what the dog's name is.
Reboot dog.
Yeah, reboot dog.
Find out what the girl's name is too.
Okay. Frisket.
Frisket. You were right,
Frisket.
F.
Yeah.
I had all those action figures too.
Reboot.
Man, Reboot was good. You know what Netflix should
do that.
Get the rights to actually show the old Reboot shows.
You think if they're bringing Megabyte in, they have some of the rights to it.
Andrea.
Andrea, I see it started with an A.
See, so this is what you do. Here's what you do, Netflix. I'm from my mouth. You should do this because clearly I am always correct. You release on the same day Reboot
The actual.
and this new piece of junk, and you see which one gets more views.
And that'll be the determining factor of
Whoever
what you
gets the
should do.
most in a certain amount of time wins.
Yes. So
And
then you
sh-
scrap one of them,
Yeah.
the new one, and continue making season 5 where
Oh,
it should
yeah.
have actually left off. Like that's my piece that I don't get. They left a nice little kind of there was an
I
end
can't remember
cap.
how it ended.
They all got back and rebooted the system.
They got back to their main CPU.
Well, there's another one. It continued, but got cut before they
Right.
could finish that season. And like, Dot was almost marrying Megabyte, who took
She married
on
Bob.
Bob's appearance. Like Bob came back, and Dot thought it was the real Bob
Oh, okay.
because it looked like old version Bob.
Yeah.
But we know at that time Bob was like internet Bob.
With the
the
silver,
crazy-
the Silver Surfer Bob.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was a good Bob.
And then he came back and he was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah. But yeah, they ended up somehow rebooting the system because there was old Enzo and young Enzo.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like they ended it in a very like open-ended. There's so many places you could go.
They could have rebooted.
And legitimately reboot,
Not this.
and just be like, oh, the system got an upgrade and had to be reformatted, and we're starting at ground
Here's a
zero.
new shinier version of Enzo.
Correct, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what you get. And the old Enzo goes, like, everybody goes away because the computer just got
They're out of
reformatted.
date.
And
They're out of date.
sure,
That's what you could do for a reboot. You could bring the old stuff back into a new, updated, and see what the difference is.
Bob 10.
Sure. Purple hair?
I don't know, the spiky. They go Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan
Super
Bob.
Saiyan Bob?
Yeah, Super Saiyan Bob.
Alright, I'm down for that. Except it's not just yellow anymore, it's like blue
That's Super Saiyan God.
and... Nope. Super... It's not God.
Yeah, the blue hair.
Dragon Ball Super? It's not.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
he's
those
silver
are
now.
God is blue.
He's silver now.
There's no silver, is there? Oh, you've watched the new stuff.
I
stuff.
have.
Silver hair now.
He's turned silver. Somehow he
You gotta
keeps
catch
getting
up on
better.
this. He's getting better and better.
He just keeps training.
He's definitely over 9,000 now.
Yeah.
Oh, way over.
Either way, reboot. None of us are.
Excited.
I might attempt to just...
I'll
still
watch
watch it.
Just-
I gotta watch
Because
this
the
train
one-
wreck.
We're not having high expectations for it. I
No.
just
I might fall
felt like the
asleep.
CGI could have been so much better in this
A
day
lot
and
of
age.
things could have been
Everything
better.
could have been better in this train wreck of
Yeah.
of a thing. Either way, moving on to our next piece of news. This one's a lot of stuff kind of came out of this story that I didn't realize was going on with all of this. But either way, Joss Whedon was set to make a Batgirl movie.
Yeah.
He is no longer making a Batgirl movie. He
Surprise.
has removed himself from the project,
Yeah.
and he says because he has no story.
Surprise.
It
We
was
didn't
a
see this
year
coming.
after, right?
With a Batgirl movie. Even before establishing the universe, we're going to have a Batgirl movie.
Well, so here was my, and
Surprise.
here's my, this is why I laughed, because when the pitch came in, and they're like, Joss Whedon, Batgirl movie, everybody's like, score. Sweet, we're getting Batgirl. Awesome, great. And then he's like, yes, it's kind of like New 52-ish / this / that. Like, he obviously had a
Source
very
material.
base idea of what to do for, it's my foot, we're good.
That was cold.
I
thought it talked.
It's just my big toe.
Oh.
Either way, it's like, you obviously had an idea for a story.
Yeah.
And then what do you do